Oh, yo, we're back with another round of Brews and Views. As always, Art, Cliff, Justin, the interns. 1 week earlier than usual. We will be staying on this format right this week, and then every 2 weeks after this, going forward.
Yeah, we had to switch our weeks up.
Switch weeks up. Scheduling constraints.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got a monsoon going on outside.
For the last 2 weeks?
Yeah, you get monsoon, flash flooding everywhere, cars getting stuck like dumbasses trying to ride through pools of water.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Did you see Chippenham?
I saw Chippenham.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
I saw that shit last week. I come that way every day.
Yeah.
That shit like down by Arboretum is just flooded.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man.
Look, it's been said before by everybody on the news and the weather channel, and I'm going to say it now, but it shouldn't have to be said. If you see a pool of water in the street,
Don't drive
through it. Just don't.
And that goes doubly if you drive. Did I say doubly? Is that a word?
Doubly. It's a word today.
Oh, okay. But if you riding in a Yugo, stop trying to drive through the joint.
And if you're the type of person that needs that message, you should not have a driver like that.
Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
But yeah, so right now I'm drinking a three-notch brewing company, three-notch brewing company, No Veto Brown Ale from Charlottesville, Virginia, up the 64 West.
Yeah.
From where we are to Brown Ale. Brown Ale is, I guess, originated in England. It's brown malt. For something I saw, I read on it. It's got a lot of flavor, good taste to it.
Looks pretty dark.
A nice color, darker than I am, but it's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of brown ales out there that I will drink. So yeah, give Three Notch a try. Yeah. What you got there, Jeff?
I got Purple Haze Raspberry Lager from the Beta Brewing Company. Not real sure where they're from. I'm about to look it up, but it's only 4%.
Mm-hmm.
It's alright. It's not my first choice, but I can drink it.
Raspberry. Why is there a P? Are we supposed to say the P in raspberry?
I don't know.
Are we supposed to say raspberry?
I don't.
That's a good question. What is the proper enunciation of raspberry? Is it raspberry? That's a good question. Getting back, a Beta Brewing Company is in Louisiana.
Louisiana. That's far. I think the first one we drinking from down that way.
Yeah.
From the bayou.
Yeah. Bayou beer.
Or as Forrest Gump would say, Bayou La Battery. Sorry.
Yeah.
Cliff?
Drinking a Sam Adams Summer Ale. I'll probably be drinking a lot of that here for a while, since it's seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get it in before they stop making it for the year.
Well, next will be Oktoberfest, which is...
That's already out. So
it is?
store today.
I do like that.
Well, I had to, I did buy some more of my cherry jumps.
Yeah,
Got some more of them. Might be drinking them the next segment.
was able to come across some apple pie, and we'll leave it at that.
Not the food.
No moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's good, too.
Yeah, it's always good. Every time I've had it, it's good.
But you have to be careful with the apple pie moonshine.
Very careful.
Yeah, when they say drink responsibly, they really mean it on apple pie moonshine. When they came out with the slogan, they had apple pie moonshine in mind when they said that shit.
Right.
Oh, but yeah. So early this week, we had the Democrat vice president nominee added to the ticket, and that's Kamala Harris, senator from California.
Kamala,
the first woman of color on a presidential ticket. She's African American and Indian.
She's Jamaican and Indian, I think.
Jamaican. Yeah, her dad's from Jamaica.
And Asian, I think.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So whatever. She's got some melanin in her skin.
Yeah.
And she's running for president.
Vice president.
Yeah, vice president. Oh,
President.
well, I'll get to that in a second. But we're going to talk about that second. But first, I kind of want to go around the room and get y'all thoughts on it. Let y'all two speak on it, and then I'm going to come and say something entirely different after y'all are done.
I would expect that.
Yeah.
So,
So,
just
as far as Kamala Harris, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of hers. I don't dislike her. She's okay to me. I think I know some stuff in California, they said she arrested more black people than, well, not arrested, because that's not the way it works. And I hate when the media says that, because she was a DA. She didn't arrest anybody. She got charging documents from detectives.
prosecuted.
Yeah, and she prosecuted it. Which, as a DA, is her job, so it's kind of a catch-22. But I don't dislike her. I ain't, I'm not sitting here beating the drum for her. It's kind of is what it is. Now, I will throw this out there, this caveat. If you watched our podcast, you know how I feel about Chester Cheeto. So, I wouldn't give a fuck if Joe Biden picked the Limu Emu. I was going to vote Democratic anyway.
Who's that?
You ain't never seen that commercial?
No.
Limu Emu!
Okay.
I really don't care.
Okay.
I have no care who the vice president pick is. Because as long as it's against Donald Trump, I'm going to vote that way.
All right.
I'm kind of with you on that one. As far as Kamala goes, I'm not her biggest fan, but I'm not her worst enemy either.
Right.
I don't really want to say I'm indifferent.
Right. Now, can I hold on, Cliff? I didn't mean to cut you off.
But
Because in California, yes, she prosecuted more black people, but she also set up California's racial injustice program in the district attorney's office, which before her, they didn't have one, which is kind of sad because it was the 90s. So, and that type of, so I'll give her credit where credit's due, shall I say.
Okay.
But kind of like what you were saying, Josh, they could have put anyone there and just to get the geriatric toddler out of there.
Damn. I ain't heard that one before.
I like that clip.
I like that shit.
I like that clip.
The geriatric toddler.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah.
You got all you got?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's see here. Me personally, I'm not going to talk from that aspect if I like her or not, because y'all know my views on it. I don't believe either way on any one of these shitty ass parties. I think there's a black hand behind the curtain working these motherfuckers like a puppet, leading us all to destruction. But
Okay.
I'll step away from that sack and give an objective view of something else I see.
Okay.
And one from the media's aspect of where they're saying Joe Biden picked Kamala Harris, and I even saw some saying his pick for Kamala Harris shows that he's standing behind his promise to, do what he said he was going to do by picking a woman and picking a woman of color. Well, first of all, Joe Biden didn't pick anybody. Hillary Clinton and the DNC picked Kamala Harris. That's first off. If you think that's how politics works, where he picked her, you're being naive.
Okay.
That is not true. That is just not true. Now, another thing I wanted to bring up was the fact that the left side of the aisle, Democrats, they always pushing this election meddling, Russia, fixing elections, to, which probably is true. But at the same time, they're fixing an election too. And I will say, and I'm gonna lay it out for you. So in the Democratic primary, Kamala Harris did not get one delegate, and actually, even Tulsi got one, and Tulsi dropped out almost right after Kamala Harris did. She did not get one vote, which means the people that were voting didn't really like her that much. But now she's running. She got the bid because they put her in there for vice president. And let's be honest, Joe Biden is not gonna. If he wins, he's not gonna make it the full 4. I personally believe he's gonna drop out for some weird reason.
Well, he said he won't run again. He's only doing 4 years.
I know what he said, but that's a forked tongue.
So you think it's just a ploy to get her?
Yes.
So that's why
They're getting the person that the DNC. Because if you remember at the beginning of it, they were pushing her hard. They were throwing all and Hillary threw all her what you call it foreign advisory people behind her just to prep her and get a win for when you debate you have those questions and all that stuff. They were putting all their stuff behind her, and then people didn't like her, and Tulsi took her out, and then people didn't like her, so therefore she's out. So what I'm saying is, people voted for who they wanted, and it wasn't her, but now they circumvented. Is that?
Yeah, that's the point you're making.
They and put her in there, and that's and this is politics, and I don't give a fuck either way because I think they're all evil. But what I'm saying is, somebody's saying something about fixing elections. They are fixing an election in a weird way, right in front of your face. But unless you're paying attention, you don't see that sort of shit. But
I get it.
But me, I don't care either way. I think they're all fucking evil, and they can all suck a lemon.
Like I said, and I think we had this conversation before. For me, it's the lesser of two evils. And I know you don't believe with that, but
it's not that it's
not that you don't believe with it. But
I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying there's something else going on.
Right.
Lesser two. If it was just the lesser two evils, I could sort of get with that.
Yeah.
But if you want to call it Illuminati or whatever the fuck you want to call it, that shit is going on in my opinion.
Yeah, I got you.
Therefore, I cannot subscribe to what
you're
saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's my thing. It's like if we have another 4 years of Chester Cheeto. Another 4 years of Chester Cheeto will be worse than 4 years of Biden, in my opinion.
I also don't want to get into the because somehow the media plays that everything Donald Trump policy-wise did is wrong, which it's not. No. There's some good stuff, but they play it like it is. So I don't want to see the flip side of to where everything Biden does is right. Because believe some sheep are going to fall. They're going to fall, and the media's going to play that shit up. But do not fall into that.
No, there's no perfect candidate. Me and Kels had this discussion earlier today. There's no perfect candidate. Mm-mm. I thought Barack Obama was a stand-up guy, a gentleman, a stand-up guy. But did I agree with every policy he did? No. I think some of his policies, I was like, damn, no.
I disagree with stand-up, but that's just my opinion. But
I think, okay, I'll rephrase it. I think he was a stand-up guy. I can respect him as a man.
Okay, there you go.
Mm-hmm. He was a man. I could respect him. I could look him in his eye and respect him.
Not a geriatric toddler?
Right.
Okay.
Right, exactly.
I have respect for him as, like you said, as a man, but also as a person.
Right. I may not agree, like I said, I may not agree with all his policies, but at least I can respect him. I have zero respect for the current situation in the White House.
I like that. Like how you put that.
Thank you. None.
I agree 100%.
If he was to come in, well, he wouldn't come in here right now. But if he was to come in here right now,
he'd be in trouble.
Yes.
I grab him. And I choke him. And bang, bang, bang.
Hypothetically.
We would never do that to a sitting president.
No. No, not at all. Yeah, that's appropriate. But anyways,
I think I'm gonna write in this time. I don't know who I'm gonna write in. Maybe Tupac again. But so was it 08? I did vote. I voted for Barack. 12 was it 08? Barack, right?
Mm-hmm.
12 was I switched and I did for shits and giggles McCain. Was it McCain?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then 16 I went in there and I threw up all over the ballot.
Sounds like my experience.
Yeah. I marked all the local stuff, and then when it came to presidency, I just threw up on it. I started taking shit on it, but I didn't have to go. So this year, I think I'm gonna write in.
It's funny because I did the same thing. Walked in there, filled out all the local stuff. I saved that one for last. Man.
Listen. Alright, I'm saying because it was a guy that worked with me. Me and him had the conversation. Huge Republican. Right? Me and him had the conversation about the 2016 election. And
Alleged election.
yeah, I said I couldn't stand Hillary, but I couldn't stand Trump more, so I voted for Hillary. And my shock was he was a big Republican. He looked at me and he said, well, I did the same thing, except for I voted for Trump.
I had a conversation with a lot of people.
There's a lot of that. It's a whole lot of that going on, and most of it falls on just I think you people fall into this what their part is, because a lot of people do vote for on principle and policy, but when it all just goes out the window, then you just got to vote for your side and shit.
Listen, I am a registered Democrat. I'll say it, but I have voted Republican in the past. But it's just, I would have to, well, I don't want to say that on camera, but I would have to harm myself to vote if I voted for Donald Trump.
I think I would harm you. Voted for Donald Trump.
You have to harm yourself.
Yeah.
You're not my dad if you vote Donald Trump.
See? Thank you. And it'll be his first time voting. I can't let him see that. So.
Fortunately, my opinions are not represented in the presidency.
A lot of people's aren't.
No.
Therefore, I abstain.
Yeah. You gotta look at it.
I will say this though: for every non-vote is a vote for the candidate you least want.
But see, when you say that to me, you're taking away my whole belief in the system. You know what I'm saying? You're discrediting my whole belief in the system.
No, I'm not trying to discredit, but by you not voting, that's still a vote for.
Neither one of them are least wanted in my opinion. Like,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
They're on this. In my opinion, they're on the same level.
Everybody is not, and I'm not saying this disrespectfully. Everybody's not on Art's wavelength though.
They're not.
No.
And I choose to be on this wavelength.
And I get you. Like you said, it's not disrespect right there, but everybody doesn't see it that way.
Yeah. I wish they would. But it won't.
Yeah, nobody. Now, do I think she'll be a good, getting back to Kamala Harris, do I think she'll be a good vice president?
Hold up. What are you saying? Say your name.
Kamala.
Okay, I feel you putting an I in there. Ain't no
whatever. The black vice president chick. How about that, man?
Oh boy.
You know who I'm talking about. You know damn well who I'm talking about. When you say the black vice president chick, there's only one.
Address all your emails to Just.
So your question is, what should be? I personally don't know what a vice president does, except for wait for somebody to die.
No.
Why?
They generally are big in the foreign affairs.
Well, since she's got Hillary's
Stuff like
people,
that.
She was the Secretary of State.
Well, they both are. The vice president generally is big in foreign affairs, sitting at dinners and stuff, sitting in for the president, things of that nature.
Proxy.
Yeah.
I'm your proxy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they do nothing except for wait for the president to die.
Okay.
Yeah. Or step down.
Yeah, and they, like I said, and they, a lot of times, the vice president will go to, the meetings of some leaders and stuff, unless it's the big ones.
Okay.
Like there's meetings all the time with
Sure.
Haiti and stuff like that. But
So here the star screen to Megatron.
yeah, because the president will show up when it's England, Russia, the G7 countries. The president will show up for those.
The vice president gets the G League teams.
Yes, there you go.
They announced the second round of the draft.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
So
Yeah,
oh shit.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it. So after Adam Silver stops walking to the podium,
There you go.
You get this person that we don't care about.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
If it's a meeting with Poland,
Yeah.
it's the vice president.
Oh damn, we shitting on Poland. Oh.
Not shitting on them, but
Yeah,
you know,
we should know.
You should know.
if the meeting's with England or Germany, then the president goes.
Yeah, because England and Germany don't get to pull out jokes like Poland do. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but it's you don't get the same type of jokes. So yeah, I get it.
And right now, I mean, most foreign countries probably would rather deal with Mike Pence, even though I don't think he's much better than Trump.
But still better slightly.
Yeah.
They need to deal with me.
Well, there you go. Run for office, huh?
If I could,
Yeah, write Art's name on the ticket, y'all.
Run for office, Art.
all I need is some money. Donate.
Art 2020.
I just need my name on my face on some billboards and some commercials.
Art
No,
2020.
yeah.
Campaign slogan, we don't give a fuck.
That's my slogan. That's my slogan.
You got my vote.
Yeah. You got my vote. There you go.
You talking about draining the swamp? I'm gonna blow that motherfucker up. Yep.
Alright. Next question on because y'all keep saying the way I say the girl's name. So the next question on the new vice president.
Say it.
Say it. You need to know.
Kamala.
I think it's Kamala.
Kamala.
Kamala sounds like
He was a wrestler, wasn't he?
or it sounds like a
Who just recently
weird
passed
tomato
away.
or something like it. It's different. Kamala.
Okay.
Okay.
Her.
Yes.
Alright. In the event that something happens, God forbid something happens to Joe Biden, do you think she will be a halfway decent president? I don't know if you want to say good or...
No. Something in her eyes. That's just me. Something in her eyes I don't like.
I think she'll be better than our current situation.
See.
That's true too.
Okay, so
That's true too. Again, I told you. Act like Limu Emu. Wouldn't make me no difference. Still voted for it.
oh god.
Limu Emu. But go ahead. Who was you gonna say?
I can't remember.
You was like you said. Take the current.
Act like the current never happened. Put her on a scale to, I guess, everybody else. I would say probably not.
All right, well, let's go this route. If we go back past these 4 years, because I don't count these 4 years for shit, is she a better vice president than Joe Biden was? Or do you think she will because she hadn't done the job yet?
I'm gonna be honest. I forgot Biden was a VP because it was all about Obama. No one talked about Biden.
That's why I say, what do they do?
I just told you.
They don't do anything. I'm talking about
major jobs.
No. I did forget one of their major jobs. They are the deciding vote in the Senate.
yes,
The vice president is. He's the president of the Senate.
but I'm just talking about from a people's perspective. What do they like? You don't know. I don't know if she'd be a good vice president because I don't know what the fuck I don't pay no attention to them.
Starscream to the Megatron.
Well, in that regard, no.
You show up.
The Starscream was always fucking up. Megatron had many problems with Starscream, so yeah. So
you show up, you kiss the babies, you go to America Says Hi, and you do, and the cast decide and vote in Senate.
I'm laughing because I remember where that came from.
Come here, little baby.
Yeah, that's what they do.
No, I don't care about vice presidents. I just know that Biden wins some weird way. They're gonna make him step down, or he's gonna step down, and then she's gonna be president.
He said he's only doing 4 years. I think he's gonna do the 4.
Fork tongue, dog.
We just don't want the geriatric toddler doing 4 more years.
That's true too. All right, I'm on Wikipedia for the Vice President of the United States.
All right.
And it says modern roles of the Vice President of the United States. It says presidential advisor, governing partner, congressional liaison, representative at events. He's a member of the National Security Council.
Ooh.
So there you go.
Nothing.
I'm just telling you, that's what it says.
Representative at events.
Yeah.
Show up to the state fair.
Yes. I just told y'all. They go to the events that's too small for the president.
Yes. Instead of cutting Ford's new plant ribbon, they cut Kia's.
Yeah. That's exactly what they do.
I get it now. I'm with you. Okay.
When it's too small for the president, then they do.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Like I said.
I like that.
All right.
All right. So I think I'm about out of beer, which means we need to wrap this segment up, and we'll be back in a second with something else.
Oh man.
Yo, we are back. I have switched beers to a Brewdog Punk IPA.
Punk IPA.
Brewdog Brewery. It's born in Scotland, but brewed in America.
Right.
So a little, but there's nothing special about this IPA. It's, got the hoppy taste.
Gotcha.
Not too hoppy, but it's right in the middle from what I've had. So it's a good taste. I like it. Check it out.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm still drinking the Sam Adams Summer Ale. I forgot to mention the Double Dog there that I started out the night with.
Flying Dog.
Yeah, Flying Dog, double IPA. I picked it up because it was 12%.
Yeah.
Yep. Doing you right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Flying Dog, I like Flying Dog. They got a raging bitch that I like.
I like the name.
Yeah. I just want to say bitch.
Question though.
Yeah.
Why is the dog in a diaper though on the front of that joint? Is he on drawers? I can't really tell.
Because the more you drink it, you're gonna forget that you gotta go to the bathroom, so you need a diaper on.
Let me repeat, Jeff. 12%.
And there's gonna come a time when I need a diaper when I drink. I hope that's far off, but probably it's gonna come.
Well, little TMI.
Yeah, too much.
Just saying. Now, right now, I know how to wake myself up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when you get that dream, that you're going,
If you're dreaming about water,
you're going.
Yeah.
Wake up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I switch beers too.
Okay.
I got a Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. I've drunk it the last 3 or 4 episodes. It's one of my favorites. I told you I keep buying it at Kroger. They keep looking at me.
Hey man, stay in your wheelhouse, dog.
That's right.
They keep looking at me. I keep going back and getting another 6.
Hey, fuck their looks.
That's what the middle finger's for.
Don't judge me. I ain't judging your hairstyle you got on there at your cash register.
Or that Trump 2020 shit on your car. Actually, I'm judging that.
Yeah.
Side note. I was in Wally World the other day, Walmart, and
Wally World. Sorry.
dude walked in with a shirt, and it said, "Fuck Trump, and if you like Trump, fuck you too." That was his shirt. I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Man,
You can find that. Yo, next episode, you might see me wearing that shirt.
No, do not wear that. Just. Actually, try to not go out in public with F-bombs on your shirt or for anything.
just the public service."
Yes, just no matter how you feel about any situation going on, stay away from F-bombs on your shirt. It's not a good look. But yeah,
Is that judgment?
yeah, it's a little bit. It's a little bit. So you got
You ordering a shirt?
you got his Amazon cart. Just wear that around the neighborhood.
Or camera.
But if you're wearing public, pack your piece.
Yeah, you don't need it.
But still,
But yeah,
like you can even say, fuck whatever. I just think the F-bomb on a shirt is just a bad. It's
a bad look.
it's a bad look.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
So, I wanna wear a fuck down cowboy shirt everywhere, but I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. But yeah, so the past week or two, college football has had some news. First up, the MAC Mid-Atlantic Conference was the first to cancel their whole football season,
Right.
and then the Big Ten followed suit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Big Ten followed suit. And so, but you know, SEC, ACC, they're going forward. But it's just going to be a weird season without all the teams playing.
Right.
So, with these, I guess they're going to do conference championships. Are they still going to do a BCS champion with this?
I have no idea.
So, which leads me to ask the question, because since it's just everywhere, everybody's doing their own thing. Does college football need a commissioner? Because each league has their board of presidents.
Right.
I'm not sure about a commissioner whatsoever, but I do know they have presidents for each athletic association or athletic department.
Yeah, each league has its own commissioner.
Yeah. Okay. So should there be a commissioner with everybody doing the same thing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, there should.
Yes. Okay. Because it's one, we just even to get past the safety part of it. It's just a little unfair, I think, for people being able to play and not be able to play. Like you got kids who sign up to go to these schools, they can play and further their career, and then but you got kids over here that can't. Are they losing scholarships with it? It's just too much. It's too much.
If I committed to go to Michigan or Penn State or Ohio State, and they say they're not playing, then can I leave that school and go to an ACC school so I can play? Are they letting me out of, scholarships? Are they giving you immediate eligibility? Because normally when you transfer, you have to sit out a year.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to go overboard with the stuff. I mean, we gotta understand it's a pandemic going on.
Right.
So it's a lot of shit going on right now that might not necessarily be an issue going forward.
But the issue, whatever it is, should be level across the board. I think,
right.
Because if that's another thing. So if everybody's doing the same thing, that means all these scholarships that we're giving out to these kids, we're gonna still allow that and give more to the next one, or Or you know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
is this scholarship null and void, or what am I?
Or
I don't know.
yeah, and that's the thing, because like, let's say you're a senior at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
They cancel your season. Are they giving you another year eligibility?
I don't know, but if you're a senior, you really care? I mean,
Well,
you're about to go to the league,
but
potentially.
Yes, you are. But a lot of those kids
Need the film.
They needed that senior year to show that they could up their draft pick.
Agreed. But yes, you got to show out at the combine.
Fuck a combo. That's
I mean, that's what else you gonna do?
But
You're not gonna play in the spring.
But that's what I'm saying. So, if you got a senior at an ACC school, who's going to obviously get the chance to show?
Yeah.
But so is this senior at Ohio State? Is he going to get to come back next year, or is he going to have to go to the draft without this game film that he needed to? You know what I'm saying? To
I mean, I don't know.
and that's why you need a commissioner.
You do.
To keep it all level, because
Well,
this is a business, and everybody's trying to do the same thing or get to the same place. So it should.
Well, that's not the issue. Is what news is it that the Big Ten got that the ACC didn't get in terms of health? Like, why are they deciding not to play? And I mean, if you really want to speak to it, unfortunately, it's all political. Because the ones that are deciding not to play just happen to be the
South.
You know, what do they call them? The swing states. The ones that are there. What am I saying, yo?
The Bible Belt. Is that what you're saying?
No, just the ones that are up for grabs.
I got you.
I got you.
Well, that, and there's also people. So I know the Big Ten the Big Ten is using a report something about how the COVID affects your heart, and so they're using that. That was influencing their decision because apparently there's heart damage or something that goes on with COVID.
All leagues have that same information.
But I'm saying that's what they're using for. Some people say, because there's a conflicting reports of it. Some people are saying that yes, that happens, and some people, scientists do not agree 100% on everything, and some are saying that no, it's a little overdrawn. So, but I know the Big Ten is using that report for that.
And it's almost like with anything else, you can find a quote unquote expert to give the view that you want to give.
Of course.
So if you're the SEC, you find, somebody that's going to say, yeah, it's pretty safe for you to play. The doctors that are consulting these leagues, they aren't randoms. I'll just say that. They didn't just call a doctor and say, hey, come here.
No. You pick the doctor you want to control your narrative or to drive your narrative that you want. It just so happens that since the MAC doesn't make much money to begin with, they're saying, no, we're out.
Yeah. All of the smaller colleges, 1AAs for the most part.
Big Ten was surprising to me.
That one because I thought for sure they would play.
That was surprising to me. But I feel sorry for not just fuck the football. It's the other sports that are losing, that are really losing out. Because we don't know, we can't see the future. But come spring, shit could be okay or better.
Yeah.
But they ain't gonna have no money for their shit because football didn't play, because football brings in the revenue for all the other sports. Because nobody watches Clemson tennis. Who gives a fuck about Clemson tennis? Nobody.
Clemson tennis players.
And their parents.
But they might even have any money to play. As the Clemson's are bad because ACC is playing football. But say Ohio State tennis or
the Ohio State golf team,
volleyball, shuffleboard. I don't know if they got a shuffleboard team. Whatever other random
girls volleyball. Because you might get some dudes come out to that.
Yeah, I mean, I might go out for that. Watch that. Yeah, they above 18, nigga watching.
Oh boy.
This nigga has no clue what's going on in the entire.
No, how you score that? What's the rules? I don't care.
Oh boy. That's true.
That's just arch real talk. That's all. That's all. But you know, I do feel sorry for all the other sports that are gonna be missing out because let's say it. I mean, nobody knows the future, but let's say it did die down. But yet, these other sports ain't gonna have no money to do what they do. You know, it's a rough situation.
There was a report out the other day that they were saying it's probably going to cost the SEC and the ACC more money to play.
Well, testing and protocols and they
don't have any fans because they're not letting fans into the stadiums for the most part. Some of them are, but for the most part they're not letting fans into the stadium, so you're not getting ticket revenue.
Yeah, it's a dicey situation going on here.
And you don't get ticket revenue, you don't get concession revenue, you don't get parking revenue. Because I don't know if y'all have ever been to any big time college games or even NFL games, but that parking shit is a mother.
Yep. I mean, it pays $50 to park a mile away from the joint.
Right. That shit is terrible.
So, you know.
Yeah, they need a commissioner.
They do.
I think that's what we was talking about because it should be equal.
It should be equal for everybody.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got to be because it's just not fair.
And that's what. Well, first of all, we need to know these teams that aren't playing. Are they given another? I'm guessing realistically, you have to give because you didn't use your fourth year.
Right.
You probably should get another one. But
or what if you're Justin Fields? We hadn't talked about people like him. Yeah, he has more college eligibility, but
Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Well, Trevor Lawrence is going to play.
Yeah, Trevor Lawrence is going to get to play, and that's the disadvantage to Justin Fields because a lot of people were saying if there's one quarterback that could maybe go in front of Trevor Lawrence in the NFL draft, it's Justin Fields if he had a good year.
Well,
but he ain't going to have a year now, so.
And that's another thing, taking a whole year off from playing, even though are they practicing while they? So that's a whole year gone. I mean, what's that doing to your momentum or your skill level? You know,
right. But they're still practicing. But it's almost like, what are you practicing for?
You're practicing to watch some other college play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even practice at this point. I just work out with my personal trainer. If I knew I was going to the league,
I just work out and smoke dope. Well, they smoking dope anyways. That's why I would do.
Allegedly. Unless you're in Colorado.
Okay.
If you're in Colorado, smoke till you choke.
Wherever college I went to, I'd have been smoking dope.
As long as you pass when the piss man come by, you know, it's all good.
Yeah.
The fact that most of these niggas pass these tests lets me know there's a way to know when it's coming or not. You can't tell me.
I play no comment.
Tell me what you know. You play football in college. Do you know when the test comes around or not?
All right, the test is random. You don't know you're getting cold. Okay? Let's put that out there. You have no idea you're getting cold.
So you're telling me that every single person in this LSU Clemson national championship game just got whoever it was got randomly tested and they passed it?
Probably.
You full of shit. You full of shit.
You don't know.
Come on.
That your name's gonna get called. Now.
There's probably a window you can get tested in.
No. Generally, you know when the NCAA is coming.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted to know.
You generally know.
That's all I wanted to know.
You generally know that week when they're coming.
Because
That's why the hammer comes down when you fail, because you were stupid.
For the most part. Well, that and you know they're coming, but you don't find out they're coming until like that week, like Wednesday, Thursday.
Look,
So they don't tell you way in advance so you can clear your system.
But something up, because out of all the BCS bowl games I've watched, championship, playoff, Final Four, Sweet 16, all the big players are always in that game. And at least...
They're tested right before.
But I'm saying, but at least 70% of them niggas smoke weed.
But at least 70%. Allegedly.
Nah, ain't no allegedly.
It's
That's a fact. I'm probably lowballing it.
I think you are.
It's allegedly.
So...
I'm gonna drink on it.
So I still state I would have been smoking dope and working out. That was my whole point.
Not all of them smoke dope.
Okay.
Not all of them get caught smoking dope.
Nah, allegedly smoke. Now, if you fail the test at the NFL Combine, yeah, you're a moron. Because you know a year in advance what day the NFL Combine is.
And that's why, because it's always like
February something.
But it's like 7 players a year, that you hear about.
Yeah.
And it's always the big player or the sort of big players.
Yeah.
So every
You're a
time
moron.
they fucking morons.
Because you know the Combine is February, let's say 24th. You know it's February 24th day.
And ain't nobody in the organization trying to hurt their money.
No.
Which money means money.
I've never been to the Combine. Y'all have never been to the Combine. But we all know you get piss tested at the Combine.
You do.
So if you know you're going to the Combine's February 24th, you either are stupid or you got a problem.
Or you just fucking stupid. Because
Well, that's what I said. Either you're stupid or you got a problem and you can't stop.
I've passed drug tests applying for a job, smoked right up to that day.
So it can't be done.
So it can't be done.
It's stupid.
So Arthur knows this. So they just stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I don't even know how we got there.
I have no idea. The dovetail to something else.
Well, I mean, it was a good little. I had fun.
It was a good topic.
It was a good topic. But
and yes, they need a commissioner.
they need a commissioner. But
Which
it's weird why they don't have one.
And a players union.
Oh, yes. A players union. Yes. That would be good.
But how they gonna pay their dues into the players union?
Nah.
Part of your scholarship.
They'll find a way around that shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna put it to you like this. They're not gonna give you scholarship money to pay for the union dues. It ain't gonna happen.
Not America.
Or if you and your parents ain't paying for nothing else, then maybe they fund it.
Yeah, so
Maybe.
instead of $100 in my account every week, every month,
Yeah.
then maybe 85 to 15 goes to whatever dues are in a college football union. But yeah, they need a union. They
do.
They need a voice.
Yeah.
Because that's all the union is. It's about a
It's
voice.
a voice. And yeah, college football players definitely, and basketball players need a voice.
Yes, they do.
Because there's no reason coaches are making $8 million on shoe contracts. But the players, you're basically a walking billboard and you get nothing.
Yeah. Oh, there's so many good documentaries on that shit. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous. One of the best documentaries you could ever watch are those ones on coaches and their payouts or shoe contracts and all that shit. It's so good, and very informative. So I have to check it out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
All right. Well,
So we'll be back in a second with something else.
yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Yo, we're back. And I have switched beers again. So I went to Total Wine today and I got look, nigga, I called you. You said you wanted to go.
I did.
And you didn't answer the phone.
I didn't hear you call.
Hey. Regardless, I went back to the greatest store on the planet,
Total Wine.
and I got a assorted 6-pack. I went through 2. Now I'm on my 3rd one. This is a Tiger, world acclaimed Asian lager. It's award-winning, full-bodied beer.
There's Asian lager. I have never seen that before.
Every country makes some form of beer. This is from Singapore. It's 5%. It's just a lager. It's This is like a Yingling or a Bud Light or something like that. It's just regular, but it does have a pretty decent taste. Singapore. I'd like to go there actually. I'm not going to eat at the wet market, but because there's a good chance to catch a corona.
I thought it would. Thought you would have had some sake.
No, I would drink a warm sake. I've had warm sake.
Never had sake.
I like it. Had at a Thai restaurant, which is weird because it's Japanese, but it was at a Thai restaurant.
Never had
At the same place I had seaweed. Never eat seaweed. Never. You know what seaweed tastes like?
I do
Seaweed?
It tastes like grass at the bottom of the ocean. Exactly what it is. It has every taste of the ocean on it. If you ever been to the beach, got in the water, and you got the ocean water in your mouth, it tastes like that mixed with grass.
Well, are you talking about Virginia Beach ocean water or like crystal clear ocean water?
I've been to Virginia Beach. I've been to Myrtle Beach. I've been to Nag's Head, out of Minks. So that's 3 beaches I've been to.
Yeah.
I've tasted all the water.
Yeah.
It tastes the same.
No, that's different. He's talking about like with those 3 and then like Bahamas.
Yeah.
Well, I've never been there.
Okay.
I can imagine that the clear blue water tastes a little different than the murky
brown water that comes through Virginia Beach.
that you get in Virginia Beach and the Carolinas.
Yeah.
Probably tastes a little different.
Yeah.
But regardless,
Okay.
the seaweed tastes like it's straight out Virginia Beach, about 100 feet out. That's what it tastes like. Don't eat it. I'm telling you now. Do not eat it whatsoever. Disgusting.
Man.
Yes. I don't
never had it.
Yeah, it's on the menu somewhere in a Thai restaurant.
Well, they do it in the sushis too.
They
you
do.
can get the seaweed and raw fish. Or
Well,
something.
I was in D.C. when I ate it, and I should have known better. You shouldn't eat any food out of D.C. You should not.
Man, I gotta agree with that one.
Unless it's Ben's Chili Bowl.
I haven't been there.
Yeah.
You need to go.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ben's Chili Bowl.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, you need to check that out, Cliff.
Okay. So go to Ben's Chili Bowl. Stay away from the Thai restaurant that I went to.
There you go. There you go.
But you're still sticking with the same beers?
Yeah, same thing.
Yeah, same beer. Cherry wheat, Sam Adams.
Okay.
And you guys, what's that, Cliff?
Yeah, same thing. Sam Adams.
Okay.
Finish up the apple pie.
All right.
Yeah. All right. Do you want more apple pie?
No. Actually,
Uh-oh.
I ain't no bitch.
I ain't no toy soldier.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a little NBA talk right now.
Yeah.
But first up, before we get to NBA, I just want to give a shout out to the week's dumbest player of any sport, and that's is it Kamala
Something like that.
So we got all this safety shit going on. We've got safety protocols. People, NFL, they're staying up in hotels. They're doing their training and everything. They're getting tested,
Right.
but this fool decided to bring some chick off the street as Steve Zabin. I don't know if y'all know who Steve Zabin is. So he said he brought that fire. But regardless, he tried to bring some chick off the street into his hotel,
Seahawks. Yeah.
and he didn't just try to bring her in the place. He put a Seahawks jersey on her, so therefore, and he made it look like he was trying to sneak her in. And well, he got released.
Must have been solar vag.
Look, that must have been the best solar vagina you ever meet in your life. To risk, first of all, he's an undrafted rookie. So you know what that means? You have to work for your spot. He risked it all for some ass that he's probably had before, or maybe even he's had it before. Yeah, he's had it before. But even well. So you mean he risked it? I hope for some you had. If you risk your livelihood for strange, you's a dumb fool. And this is what I want to do. I wanted to get the stupidest athlete of the week when we do this. Every week, every 2 weeks, we're gonna do this now. Cool. Stupidest athlete of the week. That's this dude, Kamala, if I hope I'm saying his name right. I hope he never gets another NFL job. I hope he works at Kroger now.
It's solar. I'm trying to tell.
So man, that was dumb.
If you listen to episode 2, if you hadn't heard the solar badge.
Oh my God. Look, if he really wanted that chick, at least, hey, look, Coach Carroll, I'm gonna believe that this vagina right here is the best vagina. Is the best vagina I'm ever have in my life. Can we get her tested for COVID before I bring her up in this hotel room?
Maybe he didn't want to share, because if he did that, he might have had to share it.
Well, you know, teams do a little weird. Teams are into some weird shit.
He risked it all.
He risked it all, but
because that's
Sarah to that
ego. He risked it all. It was either solar badge or ego.
Ego, yeah.
Because he thought they wouldn't cut him.
Nigga, you was undrafted.
Yeah. You ain't Russ. Russ could sneak somebody.
You can get cut before you even see the practice field.
Yeah.
Career's over.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But, so I digressed a little bit. But yeah, so a little NBA talk. Before we get NBA talk, shout out to Greg Popovich. They didn't make the playoffs this year, but the Spurs and Greg Popovich have been in the playoffs so long. Like, I think the first time they were in there, I just had like 4 short and curlies on my nutsack. That's how long ago it was. Like just 4.
Oh God!
I'm just trying to illustrate how long ago that was. Did I do a good job?
No, I didn't want to hear about your colleagues, but you know, I was gonna say the last time they missed the playoffs, I had just graduated high school.
Okay.
But you.
My bad. But shout out to Greg Popovich. I'm sorry, Mr. Plux. I hate the Spurs, but I like seeing them there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. The thing it was 22 years. Was it 22 years they've been in the playoffs?
I think it's 22. Yeah. So
man, that's a long time.
And he's actually my favorite coach, even though I don't like his team. That's kind of like I feel about Coach K. I hate the Duke, but I like Coach K. You know. Mm-hmm. But so what I wanted before we get into a little NBA talk is because everybody anoints Phil Jackson as the greatest coach ever. Is he, or is Greg Popovich, who has? I know Phil's got 9. Is it 9?
I think 10. I think he got
6?
one as a player.
He got one as a player.
Well, throw the player one out of coaching.
Okay, he got 6 with the Bulls.
3 with the Lakers.
He didn't
5 with Lakers. 11. He's got 11.
Yeah.
So that's 11 rings. Pop's got 5 out of 7, I believe.
Yeah.
But Phil did it with arguably 2 of the top 5. Top 5 greatest players ever.
Yeah.
3 of them.
Pop did have the best power forward to ever play. He did.
Oh, Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
Actually, Tim Duncan's in my top 5. Mm-hmm. And actually, to Phil's credit, people don't mention Scottie Pippen, but Scottie Pippen was great.
Yeah.
But regardless, is that an argument, or does it matter? Is it 1A, or can we put them together, or does one need to be above the other? Is the question.
I think, for me, Popovich is for me a little bit above Phil, and then, like you said, it's a 1A, 1B type stuff. I mean, it's not that much of an argument, but I think I would put Pop a little bit above Phil just for the longevity of it.
Yeah.
I mean, to have a team for 22 years be one of the best in the NBA.
At playoffs every year, and so Tim. I mean, he has. Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili,
Yeah.
Tony Parker when he was young and healthy was phenomenal. Davis Robinson when they won the first championship, but they're none of the one of them players.
And a young Kawhi.
A young Kawhi. Ooh. So it's not like he didn't have anybody there.
No.
But and to both of their credits, to get those type of players to work together, because a lot of times because they were great.
Yeah.
It's not like I would say the Pistons, who had a lot of good players, but it was only like two really good, or even the Lakers, who was Shaq and Kobe, but they had some surrounding. I mean, that's 3 or 4 people at a time that Pop had that were just not as Kobe and Shaq, but really close to them and working them together,
Right.
and buying in the system. Because I mean, he had a system, and you had to adhere to it. Because Pop won't take in no shit.
And would those players be as great if they didn't play for Pop? Or same thing with Phil. Would those players be as great if they didn't play for Phil?
I think Pop was more. He was a better coach. I think Phil was a better manager of
Egos.
That's probably true.
So I think like Kobe and Shaq would have been still been Kobe and Shaq, but like Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kawhi Leonard, they still would have been good because they have the talent, but they wouldn't have been great because Pop expected greatness out of you.
And he demands defense.
Yeah.
Whereas Phil's just letting them go, look, I need y'all to work together.
Right.
Yeah.
Figure it out. I'm gonna sit here and clean my glasses.
Scotty! but Pop, I think Pop demanded more out of his players than Phil did, which I think makes him the best coach ever.
Phil was like the guy you brought in once you had a squad, you had the superstars. You would bring Phil in to get you over the top.
Yeah.
And actually, Phil is third on my list. I go Pop, Larry Brown, Phil Jackson.
Larry Brown?
I like Larry Brown. I feel he's more of a teacher.
Man.
You know what I mean? He did teach.
He did teach. And I think Pop does a little bit of teaching too. I don't think Phil does any teaching. No. Phil expects you to, when I'm gonna hire you, like I need you to already have your shit together. Before Phil takes it. So in that regard, that makes Pop better, in my opinion. Even though rings, 11 rings, you can't take nothing away from that shit. But and Pop got 5. He went to 7. I think he went to 7. Yeah. He lost 2. He lost 1 to.
No.
He lost 1 to LeBron.
Yeah, that might have been the only one.
So 6.
Because they beat the Nets, they beat the Pistons, they beat LeBron twice.
Yeah, because they beat young LeBron.
Yeah,
when
they
he
beat
first
young
came
LeBron.
Oh yeah. So it might be 6, regardless. Still big
somewhere in there. Yeah,
but regardless. So that's our opinion on that shit.
Yeah.
But we got the NBA playoffs starting. It was a play-in game today.
Yeah.
Blazers and Grizzlies. Grizzlies.
Yeah, Grizzlies. Yeah.
Grizzlies had to win 2 because they were the 9th.
Yeah.
Blazers had to win 1, which they did.
I was about to say it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. Although I saw this one move from John Morant today, and he dunked that shit. That dude's gonna be special.
Yeah, he is.
He's gonna be.
They just fired the Pelicans coach, I think.
you mean Bulls coach?
Bulls coach and the Pelicans. I could have sworn I read. Look it up, Cliff. I could have sworn I read that.
They did fire the Bulls coach.
Yeah.
And they fired. Oh no, I think Gentry got fired. I think that'd be big news.
I think it was Gentry. I think I heard something about it when I was in the car earlier.
Well,
Yes, they did fire him.
that's not. They were almost right there. What are you supposed to do? I mean,
And
four of your players is young as shit.
yeah, they fired Alvin Gentry, and your best player was on minutes restrictions. Zion was on minute restrictions. I mean, if Zion could play 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you might have won a few of them games.
Yeah, and I mean, what do you expect out of this young group?
I don't know.
Just growth. That's it.
I have no
Well,
idea.
I did see growth out of Brandon Ingram this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not in the
He
bubble.
finally found the weight room.
Yeah, and not in the bubble because Lonzo Ball played like shit in the bubble. But before the bubble, Lonzo Ball was balling. JJ Redick is JJ Redick. He does what he does. And actually, that fucking Drew Holiday was looking really good.
Yeah,
this
he
year.
was.
It's the first time in a minute that J.J. Redick has missed the playoffs.
Yeah. He's always on the playoff team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
And I like JJ. I hate Duke, but I like JJ Redick. He does what he does. But
Does it well.
he does it. He does it. But so Lakers gonna Blazers. Hey, Lakers Blazers is gonna be phenomenal. Don't sleep on the Blazers.
Dame and C.J. McCollum.
And I think even though you got LeBron and AD, I think missing Avery Bradley,
Yes.
who's been there all year, trying to incorporate J.R. Smith and Deion Waiters who haven't played in a while.
Right.
J.R. Smith hadn't played in fucking 2 years, but Deion Waiters into the way you're doing things.
Right.
Your defense doesn't get better losing Bradley and bringing in Waiters and Smith.
Well, that's no defense. And the way Dame Dollar's playing right now,
That's what I was about to say.
who is the MVP of the bubble? If you can have a bubble of 8 games,
Yeah.
he's that guy. He's doing phenomenal, and they got Nurkic back, looks really good. Nurkic looks really good, and then you got Kamala, who's had the best 8-game stretch since he's been back.
He's at a resurgence. That's like
Yeah.
young Melo.
And actually, all of them look better than who's the other guy that the 2 guard with
McCollum.
McCollum's been struggling.
Yeah.
So if he finds it,
I found out today when I was clicked on the game a little earlier. He's been playing with a broken back.
why is he playing at all?
I don't know. CJ?
So what do you mean, like broken vertebrae or something?
I'm
Or-
gonna look it up right now. But
He shouldn't be playing at all.
yeah. I was wondering how is he playing if you got a broken back?
Well,
Because you can't. I mean, they don't just give you Percocets for a broken back.
Well, clearly it's not broken then.
Yeah. It's got to be something.
that's gonna be an interesting matchup, regardless. But I mean, if he's broken up like that, then I give this Lakers gonna win it, even though it's a little different team. But you still can't count out Dame Dollar.
No, and we won't.
No, not at all.
So that's gonna be an interesting matchup. Is it?
Yeah, it says right here he's been playing through a back fracture.
That dude's a fool. Look, I like rings and all.
I'll be in a suit over here.
No, man, I like rings,
Mm-hmm.
championships, winning, and all that shit. But your back is the most important shit you got going on. Back and legs.
Yeah,
But oh well.
yeah. They say he gets treatment every day in the bubble.
That explains his struggles.
Well, out the West, Lakers, Blazers. Blazers can beat the Lakers. I don't want to say they won't, but I say they can.
Yeah,
Clippers, they're the Clippers. They do same team every year. Until they do it, I'm not
Right.
convinced. And they got the squad to do it.
Yeah.
But until they do it, I'm not convinced. What I'm more worried about are the Toronto Raptors.
yes. That's my pick to come
Yes.
out the East.
Them motherfuckers ball. And fuck Boston. Boston got all the tools there, but it's something about it they can't
Yeah.
do. But Toronto, hey, shout out to Nick Nurse. Right now, he's
Best coach in the league.
he's the best coach in the league. to lose Kawhi
and still be like
better.
Yeah.
And they don't have. I mean, you got Lowry is a stud. Van Vliet is sharp.
Right.
He's a stud. Siakam's a stud, but there's no real star on it.
Mm-mm.
And that just shows you the greatness of Nick Nurse's coaching. And if there's a coach of the year, I guess they still do coach of the year even a broken season.
Yeah.
It's Nick fucking Nurse.
Should be.
And they're a problem.
Yeah.
I don't care what you got coming out of the West. The shitty ass Clippers or the, whatever.
Yeah.
LeBron and AD, fucking Nick Nurse in Toronto is something else. And that's my pick actually for the championship.
What? The Lakers?
No, the winner.
Oh,
Toronto, double, two-peat, repeat.
Repeat. The two-peat.
Really?
Yeah, two-peat, repeat.
Yeah.
Yes, even though I'm a Laker fan and they got LeBron and AD, I'm picking Toronto, who was there last year, because they know how to do it.
See, I think Toronto's going to the finals, and then for me, it depends on if the Clippers get to the Lakers. Because I think the Clippers will beat the Lakers. I think Cliff said this one time, and I was like, that was a good point. Said the Clippers are built to beat the Lakers, but they can't beat anybody else.
They ain't beating nobody else. Yeah.
And, yeah. So if it comes down to the Clippers versus the Lakers, the Clippers will win. The problem is they got to get to the Lakers.
Who's their first? Because Lakers are playing Blazers. Who's the Clippers playing?
Dallas.
Ooh. They can beat them, but they're gonna be worn the fuck out.
I don't think so.
You don't think they'll be worn
I
out?
like that Dallas team. I like the way they're built, but they're not there yet.
No, I'm not saying they're gonna win it.
No, I think the Clippers will
handle them
pretty easily.
like 4 or 5.
Yes.
I
think
see
so.
6.
Oh,
I think so.
Oh. I don't know. I like Dallas.
I think so.
I can say 6. I can't give them 4 or 5.
Yeah, I gotta go 4 or 5. I like the way they're built, but
Yeah. Shout out to because in a few years, who's the dude in Dallas?
Luka
Luka's gonna be the best player in the league in a few years.
Him and Chris Stapps. Or Zangus.
Luka is gonna make Stephen Curry look like. And Steph Curry's sweet.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have. It's something that Luka has that Steph does not have. I can't pinpoint it, but
Right.
Luka's that dude, man.
And then if you have, who's the 4 or 5? Thunder and Houston.
Look,
Who cares?
well, this is true. But the Thunder are gonna win that. I do not believe in Houston. I will never believe in any team that Harden is on unless he's playing with LeBron. Or somebody like that.
Westbrook ain't playing the first round of playoffs.
Okay.
They're gonna lose then.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to give Harden 60 points a game, give it to him.
And I've never been a huge CP3 fan, but he is having a hell of a season
He's
for OKC.
He's had a hell of an impact on that team. A lot of young players.
Yeah.
because CP needs to be in a team where he's in control. Because that's his. He's always been that. That's his makeup.
Right.
He has to be the leader. You can't go to Houston and have to
Watch James Harden play, because
You
that's
can't do that.
all people do in Houston.
You can't do that. But CP3 with Gorgeous Alexander, who's phenomenal.
Yeah.
He needs some weight on his bones because
Yeah.
him, Schroeder,
They're still a ways away, but you know what
Steven
I think?
Adams.
Yeah.
If you were to swap him in Denver,
Yeah.
that might be what they need.
Man,
Ooh, instead of Jamal Murray.
Yeah.
'Cause
I like Murray. Yeah. You put it in CP3, that might be what they need.
because last year, if the Rockets would have went to CP3 and let him run pick and roll, because when Harden was out of the floor and CP3 was running it, they almost won that series.
Problem is, you can always count on CP3 to get hurt too.
Well, yeah.
That too. But he's been. I mean, his last season, in this season, he's been looking pretty good.
Yes.
I just don't understand.
And he's well rested because they didn't had a break for 3 months.
That too. That's huge.
I don't understand. We can see the greatness in CP.
Yeah.
Why do you allow James Harden to do what he does?
Because James Harden's on SportsCenter every night doing the walking step back. Because it is a travel, people. Doing a walking step back.
It is a travel. It is a travel.
This league is all about scoring, and he does it in abundance.
He doesn't win no championships,
No,
but
he will score.
he'll score 65 and, you know.
So is James Harden the Dominique of this era? Or is Dame Dollar the Dominique of this era?
Oh,
I
whoa.
don't like that. You know, I was a Dominique fan.
Yeah, he was great. Whose teams were always there, but didn't win anything.
Oh.
Yes. I was thinking about this the other day.
Yeah, Dominique didn't have anybody on his team either. When you had Tree Rollins.
Tree Rollins and Spud Webber.
Yeah. That doesn't put fear in anybody's heart.
So he's a Damon Dollar is
Yeah.
the Dominique of his time.
I was
Because
gonna say, yeah.
Portland is good. Portland's going to always be there because how great
Great
Dame
Dame
Dollar
Dollar
is.
is.
But they're
Yeah.
never going to win a championship.
Not unless they get another superstar.
I feel like Dame will get one before Harden will.
Oh yeah, I'm with you on that. Dame will get one, but that's the question. Who will get one
Well,
first?
he deserves it.
Yeah. Who will get one first?
He
Dame
deserves it over James Harden.
and Harden. If they both stay where they are. If Dame stay in Portland, Harden stay in Houston, who will get one first?
I think Portland's a better run organization. Therefore, I think Dame. But I also think Dame deserves it. I don't think James Harden ever deserves a championship.
He came close.
He came close, but he doesn't deserve it. I don't think his brain, his mentality as a person deserves a ring. I just don't think he does. Because something about him.
He said something about him. Maybe it's the damn beard.
It might be the beard. But he should keep the beard because that nigga ugly as shit without the beard.
He look like D'Angelo Hall.
A little bit. Yes, he does. A little darker. Shout out to D'Angelo Hall who got the new analyst.
Yeah, he's a color analyst.
Color analyst on Redskin Radio for the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
And London Fletcher.
yeah, London
Yeah,
Fletcher.
he's doing a post-game interview.
Shout out to London Fletcher, who is not getting in the Hall of Fame, even though he's got the same stats that you showed me, like Ray Lewis.
Yeah.
Sucks to be on a shitty ass team. Fucks your career up.
Well, I did tweet Julie Donaldson and asked did she need a sideline reporter.
Shout out to Julie Donaldson, who got a new
Yeah.
mixing things up.
Because I was like, I
Redskin
could
Nation.
be your sideline reporter if you need
They don't
something.
need you. No.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I would be a great sideline reporter.
No, they don't.
Oh boy. It'd be, what was the one they had on the NFL one? Siragusa. That'd be just.
I'd be a
Tony Siragusa was great.
That'd be just.
I'd be a great sideline reporter.
Just hanging out in the back of the end zone. Yeah.
If they need a sideline reporter, Julie Donaldson, I got you.
If I could do it with a beer in my hand, that'd be good.
Ain't nobody gonna be in the stadium anyway. You walk around, drink all you want to.
Oh, which is another thing I want to get to. Continue. So the Redskins, the Washington football team are not having any fans in the stands. No, but Jerry Jones said the Cowboys are. What?
Jerry Jones is
Grease some bitch?
yes.
Okay.
Yes he is.
And he's the only one that I've heard saying this. So that means that there's only going to be fans in the Cowboy Stadium
Yeah, very much probably.
because he needs to pay for his stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think Baltimore said that they're gonna have 15 or 20% of their stadium,
Okay.
something like that.
So you can space that out.
Yeah.
So COVID spike in Dallas is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
Yeah.
Because I don't think Jerry's going to do 15 or 20%. He probably do going 50.
He gonna feel that deal. He gonna feel it.
Oh, Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Oh man. Well, look at this. There's going to be a spike in Texas
Yeah.
in about 30 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah. Give or take. And then we'll be doing a show and we'll be talking about it.
Yeah. Look at all the dead, look at all the motherfuckers dying in Texas. That's going to be the show topic. Thanks to Jerry Jones.
Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh well. Are we done?
Yeah, I think we're good.
Okay. Yeah, 'cause I gotta pee.
Alright, fam.
Thanks for sharing.
Okay. What's that?
Said alright, fam.
Okay. So yeah, this has been Brews and Views, week 18.
We're on 18? I thought it was
It's 18.
17.
No,
No, it's 18.
it's
It's
18.
18?
It's 18.
Damn, I'm missing one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't think we'd make it this long, but we're doing good.
Yeah, we haven't got kicked off yet.
I'm gonna try next time to get kicked off. I promise you.
I do not doubt.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. But yeah, we'll be back in a couple of weeks with another episode. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.